Not all classrooms have four walls. Some have skies, oceans, and battlefields, and that is where I wish to be taught. A very good morning. My name is Shivanshi Vashisht, and it is truly an honor to stand before you all today and speak about a subject that lies at the very core of my aspirations, my desire to join the Indian Defence Forces. Indian Defence Forces are not just a career choice for me. They are a calling to serve my country with dignity, discipline, and devotion. In a world increasingly driven by personal gain and material success, I have chosen to pursue a path that demands selflessness, courage, and unwavering commitment. So, why the Indian Defence Forces? Well, let me begin with the most fundamental reason of all: service to the nation. Patriotism to me is not just waving the flag on Independence Day, it is the quiet, determined willingness to place the nation above self, not just in words, but in action. And in the Indian Armed Forces, service is not symbolic. It is real, it is raw, and it is relentless. Whether in peacetime or war, our soldiers are the sole reason we enjoy our freedom safely. I aspire to be one of those who stand silently behind the backlines and safeguard our nation. Second, I seek a life of purpose and discipline. The Indian Armed Forces are not merely about war and defense, they are about character building. It is one of the few professions in the world that builds you, not only physically, but mentally and morally. The rigorous training, the structured environment, the emphasis on values such as integrity, responsibility, and resilience. These are qualities that define not just a good leader, but a true soldier. I do not just want to wear the uniform, I want to be worthy of it. Third, I am inspired by real life heroes. Officers like Captain Manoj Pandey, Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, and Lieutenant General Arjun Rai have left behind not just medals or rank, but legacies. Legacies of courage, of honor, of sacrifice. Their stories moved me, not because they were dramatic, but because they were profoundly human. Ordinary men, but they chose extraordinary service. Their lives are proof that one person, yes, one person, ladies and gentlemen, can change the world. I want to follow that path, not to seek a life of fame, but to live a life of consequence. Fourth, I believe the Indian Armed Forces offers an unmatched sense of fellowship and unity. In a world presently fragmented by divisions, divisions of hate, divisions of language, divisions of ideology, the Indian Armed Forces stands out as a shining example of unity in diversity. A soldier is not judged by where he comes from, but by his commitment to the flag he salutes. The idea of equality, of team spirit, of shared hardship is something I deeply value. I want to belong to a force where your character matters more than your background. Fifth, and finally, I believe in leading by example. Today, we are speaking a lot about change, about building a better India. But change doesn't happen through hashtags or speeches. I want to contribute not just through words, but through action, through service, through sacrifice, through sincere effort. Whether it's helping to protect borders, whether it's participating in UN peacekeeping missions, or aiding the country's citizens in natural disasters. I want to be someone who doesn't just wish for a better world, but works for a better world. As Plato once said, the measure of a man is what he does with power. The greatest power one can hold, this is what I personally believe, ladies and gentlemen, is not over others, but in the service of others. And that is why, in conclusion, my desire to join the Indian Defence Forces, it's not rooted in a fleeting fascination. It's a conscious, a carefully considered decision. I know the path is difficult. I know it demands everything, your strength, your comfort, sometimes even your life. But I also know that it is one of the most honorable paths a person can take. I want to wake up every morning with purpose. I want to live with pride. I want to serve with honor. Not for glory, Not for rewards, but because I believe some dreams are worth defending. Jai Hind.